Flosstube. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, then welcome. I'm Tracy and this channel is all about cross stitch, crochet. What else do I do? Diamond painting. This section is mostly about cross stitch. I just show you everything else I've been working on as well on other crafts during the week. If you're a returning subscriber, then welcome back. This week's been crazy cross stitch wise. I've been really busy this week, but we'll get into that in a minute. The Winnie the Pooh baby blanket and the cardigan that I made for my son and his girlfriend, I safely delivered yesterday. Knocked on his door, put it on the doorstep and just kind of stepped back a little bit, keep our distance, as the cases are getting worse around by us. So she came to the door. Oh my gosh, she is huge. How that girl hasn't already dropped it is beyond me. She's massive. She had an appointment yesterday. I think they were just kind of checking up on her size-wise and everything like that. They've said she's okay. If she hadn't have been, they'd have induced her this weekend. So I think she's just a tiny bit gutted. But they've said she could go any time in the next week, and they prefer if she does it herself anyway. But if not, I think next weekend they're planning on doing a sweep. So couple of weeks, baby might be here, but she was well blown away with the blanket. She absolutely loves it, so that was a good thing. And the cardigan. That's the only time I've really been out this week. I don't go anywhere apart from grocery shopping. I like to stay at home, stay safe. And as usual, the weather is grey, it's miserable, it keeps raining on and off. I don't think we've had a good week so far. Let's pray for better next week. Anyway, this week, because I have, hold on, put my password in, that's better. Because I have signed up to Facebook, I have now signed up to Enchanted Stitching, School of Magical Stitches and Literature, which I'm still waiting for them to get back to me about a team, so to speak. Full Coverage Fanatics, I've kind of signed up to all of them, to be fair. But Enchanted Stitching is the only one that I've been actually placed into a team. So this week, I tell you what, I don't know why I didn't do it sooner. It has spurred me on to put my stitching out and like complete the tasks. So I'll work through the tasks that I did with you. The first one, drop my paper. Not a good start. Anyway, there was 4 prompts in all with Enchanted Stitching. Ellie doesn't have a Facebook, but she wanted to take part. I don't allow her Facebook. She's only 11. Nearly 12, yes, I know. I can feel her glaring at me. But she's too young for Facebook, in my opinion, okay? So rather than her sign up to Facebook, we're kind of doing, I put myself in for the challenges and then she does them kind of for herself on the side. And I think that's kind of helped her a little bit as well with her cross stitching the last few days. She's kind of been a bit, yes and no. So there were 4 prompts in all. It's all about Hocus Pocus, the film. I love that film. It's amazing. Anyway, the first prompt was Max is forced to take Danny out trick-or-treating. While they're out, they get approached by some bullies, and Danny explains that Max is dressed as a little leaguer, but he has no bat and has no ball. So the prompt said stitch on something that they could use as a bat or a ball. Well, I went with my Stitch On and Me Halloween Sal, which doesn't have a project bag at the minute. It's all in a Polly pocket. Because on day number 9, it's an owl. Hold it up, it might help. This owl right here, and he's sitting on a branch. So I said the branch he's sitting on could be used as a bat. And then when I'd finished that, I just moved along and did the other 2, because it was 250 stitches in the Royal tier, and I think I've got it written down, 2 seconds. Halloween, I did 342, so I went over, but that's good. It made me catch up just a little bit. I'm still behind, but I love the black cat. Absolutely love that little black cat. I'm enjoying this one. Really, really enjoying this one. I mean, this is it as a whole. So as you can see, I will fill in all the other blocks. Shh, my tablet. As soon as you unlock it, the notifications come through. I should have done it sooner. But yeah, I tend to do that in the evening because doing one, it's like half an hour maybe. Not even that probably. It depends on how easy the cat. He was like 15, 20 minutes. That was it. It was awesome. So I'm still enjoying that one. So that one's not a problem getting out. It's the others. Let's drop that down there. The second prompt was, while out trick-or-treating, Max and Danny end up at Alison's house where her parents are throwing a costume party. Alison offers some cider, which Max accepts. Stitch on a piece with fruit or a beverage in it. Took me a while, and I don't think any of my cross stitches fitted that prompt. So I had to go with penalty stitches, which I think was 350. Did I change it? Yes, I did. It's 350. Now, the penalty stitches, yes, was my Once Upon a Fairy Tale, which you guys will be shocked to know I got out this week. Unless you follow me on Instagram, and then you'll know. I haven't had this out in like 2, maybe 3 weeks. And I'm not going to take it out the case just because I'm getting it back out again this afternoon. These challenges have really, really helped. I'm not kidding. So let me shift myself backwards a little bit. Helps if I tilt it too. I am organised, I promise. So, as you can see, where that strand's hanging from, I've done all that black. All this very light blue at the bottom right here. And there's a bunch of what looks like a grey blue at the top. I've done all that as well. I actually did 375 on this. No, I didn't. I'm telling a lie now. 1,050 stitches this week so far. And only 350 of them were for the prompt. So these challenges are working. I'm just waiting for School of Magical Stitches in Literature to put me into a group. I filled in the form. Let's come back forward. But I haven't heard anything yet. Anyway, prompt number 3 was Alison informs Max of Danny of the Sanderson House Museum, and they all decide to go and check it out. And the prompt was to stitch on something that you might find in the museum. Well, portraits was my first thought. So I stitched on, don't know why I didn't just hold the picture. This one, which is a quick stitch pale rose. Oh my god, that light is doing it no favours. Oh well, you can see it. So I chose that one. The stitch amount was 250, but because it's 10th stitch, I had to double it, which is 500. And I did. I think I was up here last time, and I've actually done all this and started to go over here a bit more. I do apologise about the light changing on my camera. That just seems awful today. But yeah, I actually did 589 half stitches. Yeah, 10th stitch. Ellie did a few of them last week, but that's not the ones I've added onto this week. No. I'm saying Ellie did a few last week, and this week I've done 589. Yeah. Ugh, my bag. Shouldn't have thrown it on the floor. But anyway, that was prompt 3. Prompt 4 was Max says it's all a bunch of hocus pocus right before he lights the black candle flame. So which brought the sisters back. So stitch on something with flames or stitch in only black floss, it said. Well, I have no flames, so black floss was an easy choice for me because Riley's Avengers Endgame chart there's a lot of black. So this is what I worked on, and I was up here, but I moved down because there was a heck of a lot of black up here that I wanted to kind of work through. Let's see what's on my telly. I'm gonna have to find a different spot to stitch in. So on Riley's, I got 600 stitches in, even though I only needed 250. So I carried on going up with the black. I've actually done some of that this morning. 200 stitches, I think. But if I remember right, there was half a square here, then I finished that and then went up, and then I've gone up this side as well, because there is an awful lot of black in Riley's, as you can see. But that's the bottom corner anyway, so you know how big it's going to be. So I haven't told you what any of them are stitched on. I do apologise. I'll try and remember that for next week. Riley's is on 18 count, Ada 2/1. My quick stitch pale rose is on 22 count, 2/1 tenth stitch. What's the other one? The Halloween is 2/2 because that's on 27, I think, 27 count, and I just think that's even weave, not sure. And then my fairytale one is stitched on 25 count easy grid, even weave, 1/1 full cross. That's it for cross stitching. I haven't really done anything else this week. I need to. I've got to get Keegan's blanket back out. Anyway, that was my stitching. Now we'll move on to Ellie's. The first thing she worked on this week, because the first prompt about stitch on something that he could use as a bat or a ball, we both kind of had a laugh about this. She chose her gloomy house, which is on Etsy, and she said it might not be okay after the first bat, but the pumpkin could be used as a ball. Wouldn't last 2 minutes, but anyway, she completed that one. She got 58 stitches on that. She's gone for the lower tier, which she only needs 50 stitches, and that's what she used for that. 84. There's 84 stitches in that. There you go. Let's get a bit closer. Just missing his eyes now and his mouth. But that was that one. What was the second prompt? You chose number 4 then, didn't you? The stitch on something with flames or stitch only in black floss. So because she's doing the border on her pandemic in only black floss, that's what she pulled out. You've done all of that, haven't you? How many was that?
148.
She could have gone higher, because you have 3 tiers. You have the 50, the 100, and then 250. She'd have gone with 100 stitches. She'd have done that, no problem. But she went with 50 because it's her first week, and she was kind of, I don't know if I can make that. So she's set herself a benchmark now anyway, so she knows what she can do. And she's still got the other 2 prompts to complete if she really wants to. I will post progress of that on my Instagram if you guys want to see it. Oops, I'll try and post it every day, what we've done every day on there anyway. That's about it. I've been so consumed with my cross stitch this week because of them challenges. It's amazing. I wish I'd done it sooner, and I should have done, because it's helped her as well as me. So anyway, we're off. We're going to go and do some more stitching. You're stitching on pandemic. See, she's chosen hers already. Have an amazing weekend. Stay safe as things are getting crazy out there again. Take care, most importantly. Mask up, wash your hands. Do whatever you need to do to stay safe and protect you and your loved ones. And we will both see you next week. Take care, guys. Bye.